Hello student, good morning to everyone. How are you? I hope you all are happy, healthy and fine at home. Do you remember what were we discussing yesterday? I think we were discussing about the even mechanism, right? Even mechanism, it is a two-step mechanism. How that mechanisms are taking place, everything we have seen. So today what we are going to discuss today is this one, evidence of even mechanism. What are the evidences? There are four evidences we are going to consider. Or evidences is nothing but as a proof for the existence of even mechanism. Why these reactions follows the even mechanism. What is how do you prove that is nothing but as a evidence, similar to as in a E2 mechanism we have seen. First evidence, what is that? Kinetic isotopic effect. What do you mean by the kinetic isotopic effect? If the rate of reaction is a change due to the replacement of some of the atom in the molecule by its isotope is known as a kinetic isotopic effect. That is one of the important evidence for the existence of the E2 mechanism. Now here also first evidence we are going to learn, evidence of even mechanism. First one is what is that? No kinetic isotopic effect. No kinetic isotopic effect. No kinetic isotopic effect. What does it mean? No kinetic isotopic effect is observed in this case. Why no kinetic isotopic effect is observed? The reason behind it. What is the reason behind it? Because when the kinetic isotopic effect is observed, when there is in the slow reaction, means rate determining step, then and then we can observe the kinetic isotopic effect. But in this case, first step is a formation of the carbocation. The breaking of C beta hydrogen does not take place in the slow step, it is taking place in the fast step, and therefore there will be a no kinetic isotopic effect is found here. And let us see the two example. We were carrying out the two experiment over here. First one, let us see here the first we are going to consider here CS3, then here CS3 Br, and when we are finding as a KH, we are using as a base in this case is again as a sodium ethoxide. It's a strong base. What it will give? It will give CH2 double bond, then CS3 and the CS3 plus NaBr and plus ethanol ETOS. That are the side product. Don't think about this side product. Only the main product we are getting as a 2-methyl 1-propene, right? And now kinetic isotopic effect means what? If the rate of reaction is a change due to the replacement of one of the sum of the atom in the molecule by its isotope is known as kinetic isotopic effect or the primary isotopic effect, and which is observed in the E2 mechanism, right? And now but in a E1, what is happening here? Now what we are going to do here? We are going to replace that hydrogen atom by its isotope, and now CD3, then here CD3, and we know that the isotope of hydrogen atom is a deuterium, and here Br, and finally what we are going to get in this case is what we are going to get here is CD3 Br. Now what you are going to get in this case is a CD2 double bond, then CD3, then CD3 and plus NaBr and plus EtOH. And now when the here KD again is a NaO, Et is used over there, and when these two experiments were carried out under identical reaction condition, and it was found that KH is equal to KD. KH is equal to KD. It clearly indicates that the breaking of CH bond and CD bond, they were not taking place in the rate determining step, means they are not taking place, they does not take place in the slow step, they are taking place in the fast step, because they are showing us a same rate constant. It means, and as we know that kinetic isotopic effect are present, then in the previous case while studying as a U2 mechanism, we have seen that CD bond is stronger than the CH bond, and therefore in that case we found that the KH upon KD ratio was close to 7. It means that CH bond is broken 7 times faster than the CD bond, means CD bond is 7 times stronger than the CH bond. That the conclusion we have drawn while studying as this. But in this case there will be no kinetic isotopic effect. This is the example, and where we found that KH is equal to KD, that clearly indicate that C beta hydrogen bond is not broken in a slow step, that might be occurring in the fast step, and that's why the ratio is found to be KH is equal to KD, means there is no kinetic isotopic effect observed in even mechanism. That is the first evidence for even mechanism. Now moving toward as a second evidence, what is that? Structural effect. Second evidence is a structural effect. Second one, B is a structural effect. The structural effect. The structural effect. Second one is a structural effect. Now in the second one, structural effect. So how do you explain? And a structural effect means if the substrate is as we know that the reactions are taking place in the alkyl halide. As we know that alkyl halides are primary alkyl halide, secondary alkyl halide, and the tertiary alkyl halide. Even mechanism, if the nature of that alkyl halides, the rate of reaction goes on increasing from primary to secondary to tertiary, because there is a first step is a formation of the carbocation, and as we know that tertiary carbocation is more stable than secondary than the primary, and that's why the structural effect, the tertiary halides favor the even mechanism. So, and as well as the E2 mechanism and E1 both are what we can call it as a E1 as well as SN1, they favor the tertiary alkyl halide. If there the rate of that E1 as well as SN1 is goes on increasing. So that is a second important factor of this. Now the third, that is a second evidence. Now moving toward as a third one, that is C1. What is that? Rearrangement. And now when, as we know that if the structure permits, then there will be a rearrangement reaction takes place, and we are going to get the different product. Now let us look at how the rearrangement occurs. Let us see here CS3, then CS2, then here I think maybe as a CH, I think let us here one more CH here, CH, CS3, then CH, OTS and the CH3. This is the compound written over there 1, 2, 3, 4. Now look at the name of this compound is 1, 2, 3 and 4. The IUPAC name of this compound will be the 2,3-methyl. 3 at 3 position methyl group is there, therefore 3-methyl 2-tosylate butane. That is the IUPAC name of this compound, 2-tosylate butane. And now this will be treated with NBuOH, that is a butanol. Normal butanol is used there, and that is a slow reaction. Solvent is used here to form as a carbocation, and this will break the bond because OTS, as we know that it is a good leaving group, and therefore you are going to get here CS3, then CH, there is a CS3, then CH, positive charge over there, and the CS3, right? So this type of the carbocation is formed there. And this carbocation, as we know that this is carbocation, this is a beta, you can call it as a beta dash. After losing this, we are going to get the two product, right? And now when beta hydrogen lost from, suppose lost from here, you are going to get CS3, then CS3, double bond, then CH and CS3. If the proton is lost from this side, you are going to get the product CS3, then here CH, CS3, CH, double bond, CH2. And you can call it, this is a product and this will be the B product. Can you tell me the IUPAC name of that A product? The IUPAC name of this A product will be 2-methyl 2-butane, and here is a 3-methyl 1-butane. That are the IUPAC. Instead of that, we are going to get the C product also. And how do you get as a C product? Let us see here the rearrangement reaction takes place. Let us see this one. What? This one, CS3, then here writing as a CS3 hydrogen atom over here, then CH, positive charge, and CS3. If you observe this reaction carefully, what do you see? This carbocation, what kind of the carbocation it is? It is a secondary carbocation, right? It is a secondary carbocation, and as we know that the stability order of the carbocation, tertiary carbocation is more stable than secondary than the primary. Now if I am shifting from this hydrogen atom, these hydride shifted from here to here, what you are going to get? You are going to get here this one CS3, then CS3 hydride. I am talking about a hydride. Hydride, when that hydrogen goes, it taking its bonding pair along with it, and therefore positive charge left on that carbon atom, and you are going to get here CH2 and CS3. Look at the nature of that carbocation. What is that? The nature of that carbocation is a tertiary carbocation. And now in the second step, there is a loss of proton, and you are going to get here this one CH2 double bond, then CS3, then CH2, CS3, which is a C product you are going to get. This is a different than this one. And another, if you lost the proton from here, this side, you are going to get CS3, then CS3, double bond, CH and the CS3, and which is same as a A. Means this product and this product, they are the same, and that's why I am giving this is a and that is also as a A. Only this is a different. These 1, 2, 3 all are the different products are there. Again, this will show you the type of the compound are 3 product. 3 product when it is possible, the These clearly indicate that the reaction proceeding through carbocation, and as we know that the carbocation, tertiary carbocation is more stable than secondary than the primary, and that's why this type of the third. If the carbocation is not formed, you won't get as a 3 product, only 2 products are possible. And this product, this is according to as a Hofmann elimination, right? This is a Hofmann product, this will be the Sageps product, and in this way we have seen that third evidence of the E1 mechanism. Now moving toward as a last evidence. What is that last evidence? Last evidence is nothing but as a this one for D1, that is absence of hydrogen exchange. Absence of hydrogen. Absence of hydrogen. Absence of beta hydrogen. Absence of beta hydrogen. Absence of beta hydrogen. This is the fourth evidence for the E1 mechanism. Absence of beta hydrogen. And if the substitution, if the substrate has, suppose let us see one of the example which can clearly shows the absence of beta. If beta hydrogen atom is absent, there will be a no elimination reaction. But in this case, still there is a no beta hydrogen atom. The reaction proceeding through E1 mechanism, it will not, if that beta hydrogen is absent, elimination reaction product cannot be formed if there will be no absence of hydrogen atom. Now let us look at as an example of, I am writing here one of the example which can explain CS3, then here is a CS3 and CS3, then CH2Br. This is one of the substrate. Now this substrate, is there any beta hydrogen atom present in this molecule? No, there is no beta hydrogen atom. This is alpha, this one is a beta. And at beta position there are the 3 methyl group, no hydrogen atom. So elimination product is not possible here. And but look at here, if you use as a ethanol ETOH, and this proceeding via E1 mechanism, in the E1 what is happening? First step is a departure of the leaving group, and when departure of the leaving group takes place, CS3 like this, then CS3, then CH2, positive charge comes on that carbon atom. And now look at the nature of this carbon atom is a primary carbocation. The IUPAC, the common name of this compound is a neopentyl bromide. This is called as a neopentyl bromide. This is a common name of this compound, and the IUPAC name of this compound 1, 2, 3. At 2 position there is a 2 methyl group. Therefore 2,2-dimethyl 1 bromo. Here you can write as a 1 bromo 2,2-dimethyl propane. That is the IUPAC name of this compound. And after that, after losing the leaving group, we are getting as a positive charge. The nature of that positive charge or that carbocation is a primary carbocation. Now there is a methyl shifting, that methyl group shifted from here to here, 1, 2 shifting, that permit that, and you are going to get here C, then here is a CS3, now CH2 and the CH3, right? Positive charge comes on that carbon atom. Now what is the nature of this carbocation? It is a tertiary carbocation. As we know that the stability of the carbocation, tertiary carbocation is more stable than secondary than the primary, and therefore we are getting as a this type of the compound. Now after that what you are going to get, this rearrange. Now you are going to get as a elimination product over here. 2 product you are going to get in this case. One, losing the proton from here, beta proton, we are going to get here CH3, then CH2 and the CH3, that is a 2-methyl 1-propene, that is according to as a which rule? There is a Hofmann rule here. And another product is this one CH3, then CH3, double bond CH and the CH3. When the proton is lost from this side, we are getting as a Schiff product here, Schiff product. In this way, we have seen all the three evidences of the even mechanism. In the next lecture, we will see the orientation of even mechanism. I think with this, let us stop today here. Thank you. Have a nice day.